Well, I guess my point is, I don't care what the outcome is. They've screwed up this negotiation.
It's not done.
No, but the fact that it's not done is my evidence that they've screwed this up. This should have been concluded by now. Like you said, business should have been concluded by now.
Yeah, but you know what? But that's too easy.
Larry, hold on. They have screwed this up. Full stop. This is the best player that they have. They have all this quarterback rookie deal, inexpensive room going on to be able to afford the football team that is literally built around Nick Bosa.
He wants $150 million guaranteed.
Operation is built around Nick Bosa. To not have him a week before you're playing the Steelers is, to me, it's borderline negligence. I mean, let's see how it ends.
Well, why is it their fault though? Why is it not his fault?
It's their fault because Nick Bosa.
Why is it not his fault?
Okay, I'll tell you why. Because they need the player more than the player needs the team.
But that doesn't. So what? It takes two sides to tango. I mean, it's a deal. You got to make a deal.
Most valuable team in the NFL. They get all the money in the world.
You're going to be the one complaining next year when they don't have any of these players.
I'm not worried about next year, Larry. The 2020.
You're going to be worried about next year.
I'll worry about next year. I am only worried about Pittsburgh and this season, and that's all. You cannot. This whole concept.
But that doesn't take into account. Damon, you're acting like your children at this point.
No, you can.
What if all of a sudden signing this one player makes you blow up your entire team next year?
Okay.
Then you're going to blow up your entire team?
Then you should have traded him by now.
I would say this. It's a negotiation. It's going down to the wire. I didn't need him in camp. I didn't care about him missing camp. But I agree that if they don't sign him and they wait 3 weeks, it's on them.
It's a
if you sign him right now, he could still easily be there with a couple practices for Sunday.
Right. He could.
And maybe you're getting your price here.
Sure. But
this is the way negotiations go.
No.
And then why is it their fault, not his? For all you know, he upped his demands. While they thought, okay, he's going to come back to us, he might have upped his demands.
Leverage in the world. He's got the most leverage he could possibly have as a player in his career right now. And he should exercise all of it. I don't carry a torch song or a bucket of sympathy for any of these football teams that literally take human beings, put them through the meat grinder with non-guaranteed contracts. Every single player should ring these football teams for every penny that they can possibly get.
All right, let's say he wants the kind of money that you're looking at your cap and you said, you know what? We can give him this money, guys, and get it done. Make the fans really happy. Make Damon really happy. But you do realize, guys, we'll be saying goodbye to Brandon Ayuk.
Okay, well, there's a reality.
Then what are you going to do?
They could be saying goodbye to Brandon Ayuk with or without him.
But it makes it official. So John Lynch walks in the room and says, guys, we can sign him. We can sign him for what Nick wants, but we will be getting rid of Brandon Ayuk.
Okay, Brandon Ayuk is just another wide receiver. They literally fall off trees every single football season.
I would argue that
no player like Nick Bosa who falls off a tree.
I would argue that how many sacks did Nick Bosa have in the playoffs last year?
No, he did not have a playoff sack, but he is Mr. Pressure. He's everything.
Every good offensive coordinator can get rid, do a 3-step drop and neutralize the pass rush. So
why even immediately have a line, Larry? Why
immediately negated Nick Bosa? I'm just saying there's got to be a price. There's got to be everybody. You have a budget. I have a budget. Everybody's got a budget. It sucks to have to live within a budget, but guess what? Everybody's got one in the grown-up world. We all have to live with our budgets, and you know what? People stick it to us all the time. Hey, you know what? You thought you were going to pay $10 for this, but you're not. You're going to pay $20 for this. I don't have $20. All right, well, guess what? Something else is going to have to give then in your budget. You're either not going to pay for cable, mortgage, whatever. Kids can't go to daycare, whatever it is, and you're going to have to make that call. So then it changes. The equation changes.
Is the mortgage. He is something that you can't decide to not pay. He's not cable. He's not a pizza. He's not the extra martini at the end of the night. He is the foundation upon which every single Steve Wilkes defensive idea is being built upon, and he hasn't even met the guy yet. Why'd you go out and sign Javon Hargrave? How come you didn't sign DeForest Buckner? You're going to get to this moment and screw it up again? Larry, let's not carry any more water for the 49ers.
I'm not carrying shit. I'm not carrying shit.
Nonsense that
I'm not carrying anybody's water. I'm just telling you in a negotiation. I'm telling you in a negotiation, there's two sides, and it's there's two sides to it, and you have no idea what they're offering, what he's asking for. For all you know, he could have doubled. He could have doubled his ask in the last 24 hours.
I know. Then he doesn't want to be on the team, and he should have been traded.
And that's possible. It's possible.
All right.
Well, I'm just saying you're prejudging this as the Niners screwed this up. The Niners screwed this up. Maybe Nick Bosa screwed it up. Maybe Nick Bosa's agent screwed it up. It's a dispute, a financial dispute between two parties. I don't personalize things. I'm not
personalizing things either. But let me put this out there in a way that should personally affect if you're a 49er fan. Without Nick Bosa, you ain't winning anything this year. Without Nick Bosa, you should have.
I disagree.
Without Nick Bosa, you should have kept Trey Lance and just turned this into we're developing a quarterback for the future.
You have to play him. You have to sign him or trade him, and you have to do it in the next 48 hours.
Right.
That's the way I look at it.
And
I don't look at it as you have to sign him, because what if he wants outrageous demands? What if he wants things that are going to bust your budget and send half your team packing? He's not worth that. He absolutely is not worth that. He's not worth abandoning 4 or 5 good players.
His job to make sure that there's wiggle room on everything and everyone. That's what he does.
There's a chance Marate's trying to win the deal, but there's also a chance that the deal has become elusive because they're asking for outrageous demands.
And the salary cap is
what if he's
imaginary?
What if he wants there is a walkaway price, obviously. Well, what's your walkaway price?
If there is a walkaway
negotiation,
price, it should have been identified and realized weeks ago. It should have been like how they did not understand this player was going. How do you not understand the person that you're negotiating with? They had an entire offseason to get this done. They know that Bosa wanted to set the market. And
I'm okay with it not being done right now. I'm not okay with it not being done in the next 48 hours, because what does he really need? He needs 2 or 3 practices. He's a defensive end. I saw Fred Dean step off week 8 and get 4 sacks. Didn't play the entire preseason. Didn't play the first couple months of the year. Defensive ends and a wide 9 don't need camp, and they definitely don't need preseason.
Well, and
they just need a couple practices. So I'm okay right now. I need this thing to come to a resolution in the next 48 to 72 hours, period.